Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Loop Hero, where, as you can see here, I have changed some things up a little bit, because I think we're going to put the Necromancer away for another episode. Listen, I like the Necromancer, and I think he's clearly the best class, but I do really want to see the Outpost in action here, and also, I don't feel like we really got a good look at the Rogue's mechanics, so we're gonna try the Rogue again today, and hopefully I've built up our situation here, our potential loot pool, in a reasonable way for doing that. I still want to keep the Chrono Crystals on because it seems like they are helping us get more slimes and get more shapeless mass, and we do need a couple more of those Orbs of Unity for the Alchemist Tent, and then we also need that thing. That's a problem. We'll get there. And then I'm trying to keep the Vampire Village thing going because we also need more Orbs of Expansion, not just for the bridge and the warehouse, but also for several of the building upgrades that we really want, like all the ones that unlock cards definitely require Orbs of Expansion, and also just huge amounts of metal, some of them. So we're working on that. Let's see, this one we are missing... Okay, we're missing one of those, which unfortunately we do not have a good strategy for putting together yet. This is not a high priority, I don't think, honestly. And 28 stone is a pretty huge proportion of our total stone, especially since we're about to go into an expedition where I don't even have the mountain equipped. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I kind of just wanted to keep the deck pretty small and reliable. I put in the storm temples and I turned Oblivion back on, and I'm hoping that we can build a bunch of forests, burn them with the temple, and then Oblivion the temple out so that I don't get hit by a ton of lightning all the time, because honestly, like, the storm temple seems real dangerous when you don't have skeletons to sort of diffuse the damage. So, with that, I guess let's get back in here and give this another go. There are a bunch of those building upgrades that we definitely need. I don't know, still I don't think we really have a good reason to care about where that goes. Let's do some of this. Now remember, we're not getting the HP bonus from our... Oh no, sorry, yeah, I decided against the crypt. I was thinking for a little while before the run that I might stay cryptid, but we went this way. Never mind the thing I was about to say. We do in fact need that. We do in fact need that HP. Do I want to fight a skeleton? I think I want to fight a skeleton. I think I'm gonna play this like pretty far ahead. In fact, I guess there's no reason not to just do it right here. We'll just heal up immediately after defeating him. Okay, so, doubles the effect of adjacent landscape tiles. We want to just, like, build trees along both sides of it, right? Okay, interesting. I guess it has to, like, come in from off-screen. So, how do I want to do this? I want to put this in a position where we're going to be able to lay down a temple and it's going to hit a whole bunch of forests, but not all of our forests, right? Because we still want... we want both the attack speed and the magic damage. So... we can put the temples down anywhere, right? Maybe I just like, put it here. Boy, that doesn't look very much like a river. It's an abstract. It's a river of stone. We probably should have put that in the brochures, you know? A lot of people are confused about that. Okay, in motion... Oh, okay, also that helps. But in motion, you can at least see the water coming down. So yeah, we'll just build trees around it, and how far up do I want? I probably want some distance between these. You know what, whatever. Just fighting skeletons back to back. Like, in theory, if you separated them a little bit, you could get... Well, I was about to say you could get some per day healing, but I guess that's not actually the case because we are not running meadows right now. So I also took those out of the deck. Alright, give me 2% hero attack speed. We're really doing it now. And yeah, I think we'll just run it down the side here, and then maybe we'll actually put a temple, like, in the corner. Ooh, wow, okay. Let's just go ahead... Ooh, I probably don't want to do that, though, right? vampire up the cemeteries. That's probably a bad idea. So, actually, I'm going to put it... I want to put one here so that it can vampire 2 villages, but I also want to get the advantage of this right now. So I think maybe we'll put this vampire mansion right here. And then the next one will go here, and that'll leave us room... Well, okay, I was going to say that'll leave us room to do the standard patchwork. But actually, we're not playing Wheatfields either, so I guess we don't have to do the standard patchwork. That's not how we're doing things this time. Alright, so I want to, like, split my attack speed and my magic damage, because we only want to convert some of these, right? But I don't know what the right balance is going to be. And the more attack speed you have, the more valuable the magic damage is, right? And vice versa. But I don't know what the optimal proportion is going to be. Alright, we are collecting a lot of stuff. Please let this not all be garbage. So yeah, I was thinking we would use Oblivion to remove some of the Storm Temples so that they wouldn't do too much damage to us, but it's looking like we're going to play them in a position where it's not even a concern, really. Let's put this here, like I was saying. Well, that's turning into a lot of attack speed real quick, huh? This seems like an okay strategy. Although I suppose we are taking an awful lot of damage. Alright, what do we got gear-wise? Well, it's hard to imagine that this ritual sword is not going to be the correct equip. That thing's basically garbage. We did get 6% crit chance I do like. I think crit chance is really strong. It's a lot less health than the big armor, but honestly, you know how I feel about offense. And then just a tiny little bit of magic HP, but good stats otherwise. So 3% evasion, magic damage, crit damage. I definitely think crit damage is less compelling than crit chance, but it does scale in effectiveness with your crit chance, so, you know, in theory that'll only be true for so long. Okay. So here's our outpost. What do I want to do with this? Let's put these. We'll put these over here. Okay, where do I want this outpost? Do I want it to help me fight skeletons or maybe ghouls? We could put it down in a ghoul position. We could like put it here, and then it's helping with a couple of different tiles at least. Yeah, we could like put down this spider cocoon here, and well, if I put it down here on an adjacent tile, I guess let's see. Have we done this before? Have we put a spider cocoon down in a place where it can reach multiple tiles? I am honestly unsure. Yeah, well, the outpost isn't going to help us very much with that. Okay, so Chrono Crystal, it's a little awkward. I guess we just want to put this in a place where it's affecting as much blank terrain as possible. Yeah, now that we don't have meadows anymore, this is a sort of an interesting question as to what to do with the Chrono Crystal. Also, wow, we are seeing a lot of trees and not a lot of other stuff. Fighting against 3 or more enemies will grant you an additional trophy. This is going to be true a ton. And we are trying to pull as much metal as we can here, right? Okay, so how much... Boy, how much stuff do I want to put down before I drop the Storm Temple? So that's a tough question, I think. I'm going to put this here so that as we continue to build along the river, we'll power that up. I don't think I'm going yet. I think we're going to wait a little bit. Alright, finally got our bookery. Where does this go? I mean, we can burn it down real fast. I suppose putting it here burns it down pretty quickly too. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. And I'm not even actually trying to, at this point, I'm not trying to find anything in particular, really. I guess a village would be nice. But mostly I'm just trying to burn down the bookery. And hey, there's that village. So we do have less healing coming in this time than we did, than we traditionally have in the past. How dare you get up again? But at the very least, we have 5% vampirism. You know, that's something. Alright. Let's make that a situation. And then we'll let these 3 cards be the ones we flip. Okay, even more river. I mean, do we want to turn it? I don't feel like we do. Apparently we're going to find a lot of river, though. Yeah, I think this is fine. We'll just put this out here. Chrono Crystal over here. Just even more slimes. If we don't turn the river, what exactly is going to happen? Like, it seems like we can only lay down river tiles adjacent to the existing river, right? I mean, I guess we'll just turn it and run it up here next. Alright, show me that good stuff. So, how are we doing on metal so far? We have 1 whole metal. Great. As far as weapons go, this says 13 to 20 on it. That seems pretty okay. This thing is really not that impressive. Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and trade it out for the gray. 219. Critical damage up, definitely not very compelling. So 40 HP, evasion counter versus just 69 in critical damage. Yeah, this has got to be better, right? And then boots-wise, we actually have some options here. 12% evasion and 5% crit chance. Ooh, versus the same thing but with 5 of the evasion being counter instead. I do like counter. I'm going to take the evasion, but I am not sure that that's the right move. I do feel like we are already surviving better than we did in the past. Where do we want a vampire mansion? We probably do want more vampires. I'm just unsure of where. I suppose fighting oozes alongside vampires is, like, pretty reasonable. And then we may as well just go ahead and do this. We know we're going to want to do that fairly quickly. And at this point, here? Honestly, I don't know what to do with Chrono Crystals. Maybe we shouldn't have left them in the deck after all. I mean, I want there to be lots of chances for a slime to spawn, right? Okay, so we did get the, it looked like we did, in fact, get the bonus trophy from fighting 3 enemies there, even though one of the enemies wasn't part of the fight until later on. So I think that's a good confirmation of how that works. I'm just going to keep doing this for the moment. And then we're just going to Storm Temple one of these whole lines. Although maybe I should have held some cards, because we are coming up on that bookery. Okay, here's our man. So he doesn't have any innate abilities, he just does damage. Okay. I mean, listen, if he's gonna do damage and absorb attacks for me, I'm not gonna complain. Ooh, poor guy. Okay, let us place another village. And do I want to play anything here? I guess I kind of want to establish the river. We don't really need these vampire mansions anymore, though. I'm comfortable with all of this stuff going into the bookery. Ooh, I do want to play that treasure. Although, unfortunately, I wish I had played that treasury before this last river tile that we put down, because now we're not going to be able to put it down there anymore. Hero receives 7% less damage for every enemy starting after the second enemy. What a clumsily worded ability. Or, yep, max HP goes up. That seems pretty good. Yeah. If this wasn't here, we'd be able to put a treasury right there, and it would fill out so easily, so quickly and easily. I'm gonna try this, I guess. I think I want to play this outpost. Maybe like here? Because this tile's gonna get a little bit tough, right? And then, like, we'll play river and... Do we even want... I guess I'll play a thicket. I'm going to hold the other three, though, so we can get the maximum cycles here. Oh, the skeleton archer. Man, where's my rat wolf? I miss my rat wolf. I'm getting a little concerned. Missing my constant trickle of meadow healing. So that's interesting. The gray bar underneath our character turned red there. Did I actually deplete it? I might have completely depleted it. That might have been what happened. So... Okay, we did already get the second, or the third bookery trade. So we can go ahead and put down, like... thicket and a forest, and then this is where we'll put the storm thing. This area might be too densely populated by enemies for it to be survivable in the long term. Now that I'm looking at it, I have a very serious concern that is the case. Do I even want to put down another spider cocoon? I sorta wonder. I mean, the dude seems good. He seems effective. Alright, show me the good stuff. Yeah, level 5 blue knife, that seems pretty good. 91 magic HP with critical damage. Yeah, they both have damage. That's a shame. Well, I do think it's definitely worth the upgrade. The HP alone is really making it worth the upgrade. So we're gonna lose nothing. Actually, this is strictly better. It has all the stats of the other thing plus more. Boots, maybe? Maybe we get some boots. So 17% evasion. You know, not horrible. Ooh, 10% crit. Like, what if the enemies were just dead, though, right? How would they deal damage to me if they were just dead? 17% evasion's a lot, though. This would get us up to 35. I'm gonna take that. It would be pretty cool to just not get hit very much. And then, do we want a Chrono Crystal anywhere or anything? Like, we're doing a really good job spawning slimes. There sure are a lot of slimes out here. Ooh, maybe? Maybe we'll be able to run that? You know what? I'm going to put this Chrono Crystal down here just to fill in the treasury space, I think. I am getting a little worried about this, though. This is starting to look a little sketchy. I mean, we're hitting awfully hard. When we do hit, it is awfully big strikes. Do I want to just finish this? Yeah, you know what? I think so. Okay, a 4 yellow weapon. Honestly, it's not that good, but it is better than what we had equipped. I wonder if we're at the point where we need to be thinking about running away yet. I mean, I have all these treasuries to fire. It would be kind of nice if we could get a look at the boss. I'm leery of the area I've created right before the end of the loop. I think I may have dramatically overdone it. So I think I'm just going to wrap the river around the treasury on this one. And I think a lot of these cards are getting saved for the bookery. Taking this stuff down to the old Scholastic Book Fair. I guess let's place around here. What am I at attack speed wise now? 81%. So I guess I wasn't really thinking about it. I guess I changed my mind about the river. I was looking at my stats instead of where I was putting down my cards. An old frying pan. Another old frying pan. See, I guess the river's just going around the top now. May as well do this. And then I think we would probably prefer to get into the next loop before we pop any more treasuries, if that looks like it's going to be a feasible thing. We just, like, crystal that. Alright, thank you, Outpost. Here's where it starts to get a little ugly. Although we are also going to start seeing these villages turn friendly, right? We're not too far off on that. Okay, so the bar underneath the bar that turned orange is the bar that depletes when we attack. So I'm assuming it's like an overwork mechanic. It's a stamina thing. Yeah, like I said, I think we're gonna hold off on these. So actually, I'm not gonna play the forests yet. Okay, another village. Excited about that. I do not think that we are necessarily in a position to put down another vampire village. We might want this to just be a normal one, which means probably like over here somewhere. Somewhere innocuous. I guess that's a concern, sure. And then I'm gonna... Am I gonna hold stuff? Maybe not. Maybe we should put down the trees so that they don't get rolled off. Chance is equal to critical hit chance to summon Blood Lightning. Every 10% of HP lost gives you a 0.5 chance to instantly deal 1,000 damage. That... Oh, Rat Wolf. Sure. Of course I get the friendly Rat Wolf. Who doesn't want to have a friendly wolf? Yeah, and it seems like when the bar turns orange, our attack speed goes way down. This is new. My world is in agony. The cosmos is being burned out by the flames of emptiness, and we are left with nothing but ashes in our hands. Is this... Do we have a vampiric mansion next to one of those fake villages? Is that what's happening? Yep, we got vampires. They're maddened by their thirst. I mean, listen, I get it. It's been a long quarantine. We're all a little thirsty. But even the thirst fades from what I have discovered. Not in my experience. Books filled with knowledge have shown me all that we have lost. This pitiful shack that we call our world is not even a shadow of what the world was. Well, I'm doing my best. Lady, if you want to talk trash, maybe get out here and help. Okay, we have a lot of dog. Do you know why everyone around you is trying so hard to kill you? I assume that's just the natural order sort of reasserting itself. It's kind of... Okay, same joke. You know, this is what things were like before. Everything around tells us you have to die. Existence itself tells us this. It screams in fear every time you take a new step or draw a new breath. That seems like a very abstract sort of scream. I think it's pretty hard to interpret such a thing. Okay, you have become a book. So wait, maybe it was a vampire mansion by a bookery? Because that created a book without us having, aha! And we got a time shard. So maybe we should bail so that we get the time shard recorded in the book. Alright, yeah. Everybody wants to kill us. Listen, I understand the basic mechanics of the gameplay. Ooh, here's a question. We are currently at 83% attack speed. Yep, that did bump us to 87, so you can redouble that. And in fact, the fact that it added 4 means that it's not just increasing the effect by... It's not adding 1x, it is properly doubling. So it's got doubled from 2 to 4 to 8. So that's really powerful, and potentially a good reason to do a river with a 1-tile gap in it instead of a 2-tile gap. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I think we're going to Storm Temple right here. Just collect some noticeable change and also some sweet, sweet magic damage. If it is the case that attacking too fast ends up slowing down your attack speed a bunch because you're spending time tired, then it is definitely the case that you want to do this. Like at some point forests are no value or potentially even negative value. I mean, I'd have to actually do the math to figure out which one of those things we're talking about. Let's just place some villages kind of around. So there's not a lot of fighting between here and there. I don't really want to put a village down in a position adjacent to a time crystal. Let's put one down here. And then I might hold on to... Oh, the bookery's gone already. So, okay, no. The only thing that's happening here is this village is adjacent to a bookery. So that must be what caused that vampire. Alright, we're getting to fight books now, though. That's good. Are we going to bail? Are we going to run just so that we can put the Shard of Time into our encyclopedia so that we can know what else drops these? Because obviously it is pretty important that we get them. We're waiting on them on a bunch of different things. Or maybe not a bunch, but certainly some, more than one thing. Boy, I don't know where I think we might complete a treasury. I think we're probably not going to be able to do another one. So I don't think I want to play a cemetery at this point. Boy, this is going to be ugly. I guess we have the outpost for this. I'm gonna set this up and we will see. We will see if I actually want to run. And I'm going to hold on to the forest. So I guess we don't have to hold on to both of them, though. Or we don't have to hold on to all 4, as long as we have at least 2, so that we can complete these quickly. Right now I'm thinking we'll try to do one more loop. Oh boy, that rat wolf went down quickly. Even more village. I don't know, it probably doesn't matter too much. We'll put it here so that there's some chance that if we play another village, a bandit camp will spawn next to it, and then we could outpost it too. And there's no sense holding things for bookery because we do not have an active bookery anymore. So I guess we ought to try to find a place to play everything, a place that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I don't actually want spiders or, frankly, any more skeletons beyond what we have now. Oh, look at all the help. Look at our stalwart party. You know, it's nice to have friends. Yeah, I'm gonna build it across the top of the map here. We're gonna go for one more. So now that the loop level has increased. Well, hold on, sorry. Let me actually equip my stuff. So, hard to imagine we're not going to want this, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to replace this thing, even though it has a higher base damage, because the stats on it are way less interesting. I don't know that we need more attack speed. Some amount of testing and being attentive is going to be necessary for us to figure out what the best possible attack speed value is, because at some point we're definitely sort of hitting a cap. That said, this has almost the same amount of evasion on it. Are the other things available here a little bit more interesting? I mean, that's not bad. Alright, I think we have a winner. Max HP up considerably, crit damage chance up a little bit. Sure, I like that. And then 12% crit chance seems very significant. We're losing evasion, but that's a lot of extra damage, potentially. Alright, I don't think this is terrible. I wish we'd gotten another weapon, but yeah, not bad on the whole. So now, let's go ahead and finish these. Well, I mean, I did not specify. That's my fault. So, less attack speed. I actually don't think this is an upgrade. Yeah. Alright, well, bummer. And then we may as well just continue to play... Hold on. Does putting a thicket adjacent to a bandit camp do anything? No. You know, it's a possibility. And then, yeah, I guess we just keep building wherever. Wherever adjacent to the thing. Well, it turns out I can still beat a single slime pretty quickly. Man, the rat wolf, it does not survive very long, but it sure does do the work while it's up, huh? You know, I'm actually kind of interested to see if the river has an effect on the vampire mansion. We ran it past this spider cocoon, and I have no idea. I have no idea if it's affecting the rate of spawn of the spiders. I mean, I guess in theory it's not impossible to... So yeah, we'll watch. When the day flips over, do we get one spider or two? Oh hey, Oblivion. Remember those? So we did in fact get one. Yeah, I think it's probably the case that only these tiles are considered to be landscape tiles, the ones that you put far away from the road. So forests and thickets. Let's just build trees. So yeah, in the future we probably want to have the gap in the river only be one tile, so we're getting the double on as many tiles as possible. I don't think I want to play another Vampire Mansion. I mean, we can hold an Oblivion. Potentially get ourselves a, Ooh, Outpost. Outpost is compelling. Yeah, that should be good. And then, like... Sadly, we didn't get there in time, so we don't get to see if that would make double vampires, but I bet it wouldn't. So in order to finish off this treasury, we basically would just have to we'd have to draw 9 woods cards, 9 forests of some description, because I have not been putting forth the effort. That said, you know, it's not like a big deal. Getting through all the easy stuff relatively easily, who would have thought? I am not, at this point, necessarily committed to heading home at the end of this loop. I mean, we'll see. Plus 1% base HP. You know, it's max HP, right? It's not exciting, but it's good. May as well put this down to share as much space as possible here. And then, like... we can put a Storm Temple down here, I guess. Let's maybe make that a later kind of concern. Ooh, one of the ghouls became a quest target. That could be bad for us, actually. I gotta say, our performance here has definitely made me think that we are maybe going to be able to take on another loop, even. And I mean, if we can stay in and stay strong, I think we probably ought to. Although all of a sudden we're having some problems here. Really, guy? Maybe they should only be able to get back up if there's more than one of them left. He's like very trivial when he's alone. You know what, I haven't actually looked at that vampire's abilities yet. We probably should. Okay, is there a universe where I actually want to put down another bookery? I don't think so. If we keep getting river tiles, we could run the river down and use it to cap this off. Let's do that, and we will think very seriously about how we might use this storm temple. It's a little hard to tell how much value we're actually getting out of the rat. All right, are we being greedy? Are we going for another round? I mean, we're doing really well on health. I think we're going for another round. Oh, this would have been a real good time for my rat wolf to show up. Yeah, one of these guys becoming a quest target. Not so good for us. All of a sudden, I'm feeling way less confident about that go another round thing. Yeah, do I want to just Oblivion this and then run? Maybe. We do get to finish a treasury. Because we're going to have to do this ending part again, right? If we wait. I am, in fact, going to Oblivion this, and we're just going to get out of here. So let's go ahead and pop this now. And then also... we're one card short. I guess I should have played that here. We could have gotten more noticeable change. What happens if I put a bookery down right here? Okay. It did trade, but it didn't trade into anything that we could put in that spot. Alright, I do think we're leaving. No, the river doesn't quite reach. Okay, well, I mean, this is a good resource run, in any case. Yeah, let's just go ahead and bail on that. And our tiny, tiny little amount of food. Yeah, I think that was quite a successful run on the overall. So, let's go ahead and play the warehouse. Let's make sure that we... So our understanding is 10 to the campsite item limit. My understanding is that it's going to be... This is going to become an 18, which is going to mean we're able to apply everything we currently have. If it doesn't do that, I'm going to be bummed out, but we should... Oh. What is this? The supply depot. Okay, they have to go adjacent to the supply depot. Again, a thing that we did not necessarily... I guess it does say in the flavor text, it says it's an addition to the supply depot. Just look at us. Yesterday, we didn't know how to live through the day. I mean, except that we absolutely did, and we're doing it all the time. And today, we need more space to store all our goods. It's not really... Those are two disconnected thoughts. Yeah, probably. Alright, so... This thing is not upgradable. It does not give us anything further. And it does, in fact, allow us to just equip everything, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, double-clicking does not do it automatically. But I'm so lazy. Hooray! +1 pebble. That's gonna bother me. The pans have to go together. Oh no, the knives. Everything's all screwed up. How could this happen? I ask you. There we go. Okay. So we have the ability to build some buildings that are going to expand some of these lines, but obviously not terribly important at the moment. Okay, I mean, it's all bonuses, right? It's all stuff climbing. So this is very important to us. We're still short a time. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's go actually have a look at the encyclopedia on that. We got the last thing, the Astral Orb. Mage and Cosmic type enemies. We really don't have access to a lot of those. I'm sure that vampire was probably mage type. In fact, I guess we don't have to guess that. Yeah, it's called a vampire mage, so that'll do it. Okay, so bookery next to the fake village. Have we run a bookery next to a normal village? Do we know if that might also work, honestly? Yeah, potentially. I'm gonna unlock the rest of your articles. There's lore, and more lore, and we cap you out, and no further specific abilities. Okay, well... Oh well, it's fine. Wow, there are still a lot of kinds of supply item we have not seen yet. And then also... Okay, I just haven't looked at this in a while. There's only one golden card left, and I mean, we know where it is. So, if we want to get more of those orbs, we need Mage and Cosmic. I don't think we know any Cosmic-type enemies. Who else is a Mage? Do we know any other mages? I mean, the book itself is a mage. And then the vampire lady, and I think that's it. Scorchworm, not a mage, despite the fact that it is constantly spitting fire. Okay, well this is probably a thing where like we will discover more mages as we go on. So I'm not necessarily opposed to that. More healing potions and better healing potions does sound valuable. But like my primary concern is continuing to unlock cards, right? So we need metal and time for these. Also, between the two of those, we're going to need 16 orbs of expansion, so we probably want to be a little bit careful with spending those. But yeah, okay, I think that was a much, much better run for the rogue. Let's just get out there and do one more. So we know a couple of things that we are going to be searching for, quite specifically. I don't know if I want to put this down here, actually. I'm going to put it like... Where is the place that is least likely to be meaningful? Apologies for all of the thudding and stuff that's happening directly outside the door to this room. Unfortunately, a little beyond my control. So... As though speaking of it, summoned it. Yeah, I guess we'll just put it over here. I don't think that corner is going to be relevant. I didn't want to put it right next to the base because the base, you know, I don't want to put it on the inside of a curve. Because we often have things to do with the inside of a curve, right? And I guess we may as well just start building the line of thickets in the corner. I mean, that seemed to work out quite well. So yeah, we want to get a bunch of attack speed forests down. And then we want to convert as many, whatever beyond the correct number, whatever the correct number is. The forest beyond that we want to convert into burned forests as much as possible. Unfortunately, I don't know that we'll ever actually know what the correct number, what the right attack speed value is. But we can just feel it out. We can try to guess. Yeah, that's probably long enough, right? There have to be more mage or cosmic type enemies. Theoretically, we will unlock them eventually. Alright, don't actually have a choice on that. This is a pretty sad group of items. So 166 HP versus 7% crit chance, but even less max HP than we currently have. You know, honestly, again, offense. Get a little bit of evasion here, and yeah, that's good. So we got like half an orb of unity last time, I think. Unfortunately, it's going to take forever to build up a reasonable number of those. So actually, really, it should probably be all forests down this side and then all thickets down this side, because the thickets are the ones that are going to get doubled twice. And I guess this early on, we really ought to be making sure we're placing our cemeteries. We'll put this one... So let's see here. If we put down outposts, we're going to want to put them down in the crooks here. So yeah, like... Let's put the cemetery down in a position where a good outpost will be able to affect it. And actually, I should probably put this other cemetery down as well. Probably just around the same corner here. Alright, so all forests on the outside, all thickets on the inside. Alright, I think this is a good start. I would really love to see some Vampire Village stuff. And no, I did not build far enough forward to get those skeletons spawned. Alright, Anything cool? Well, I mean, some level 2 weapons at the very least. 7 to 11, that's not bad. Less HP, but critical damage. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, this is a lot of this is pretty poor quality loot. I think we'll hold off on the armor. With the magic HP, there's not really like a pressing need to upgrade armor right away. Let's have you go here. Well, I mean, we're doing it. We're killing this. We're killing a lot of our enemies in a single hit, which is nice. But unfortunately, there's still a lot of evading going on. We are still losing a lot of HP to an awful lot of evading. So I guess we probably want to do like Vampire Village right there, ideally. Yeah, let's just go ahead and place it. It does feel like the Bookery is maybe just like a little bit too rare for it to actually be good for the thing that you would want it to be good for, the thing you would want to use it for. Like you can't use your Bookery to secure combos early on if you can't draw a Bookery early on, right? I do like the fact that the outpost works a little bit differently for the Necromancer than it does for the other classes, and I sort of wish that that was a thing for a larger number of the classes, a larger number of like the tile types. So I think it's actually a really cool idea. So the further down we place the forest, the more quickly we're going to get the double benefit. I don't think I want to, like, jump right down to the end. We do want to be getting some benefit right now as well. Especially since, you know, obviously right now is the hardest part of the thing getting established here. Oh my god, these zombies. Alright. Eventually he realized, sometimes dead is better. Yeah, the damage output on the outpost guy is really nice. So, Child of the Forest versus start gaining HP. I mean, we probably should take Old Scars as early as possible when it is offered. The Rat Wolf will be just as good if we get it later, but that's not true of the other card. I probably still want more Spider Cocoons. Oh yeah, and I should definitely Chrono Crystals somewhere, because we still have an awful lot of those things to earn. I guess over here is good. Okay, that's exciting. Never mind. It's not actually that cool. So what is our weaponry is going to be that blue sword? I mean, no, probably not. We're probably going to swap for... Yeah, I think we're going to use both the 4s. It's too much damage to pass up. 15% evasion versus critical damage chance is very unexciting. Oh no, sorry, critical damage chance is the good one. Critical damage flat, like we have here, the one I was looking at, is the boring one. This is definitely an upgrade, though. And then magic damage is kind of compelling. Yeah, I could do a bit of magic damage, and I mean that's a lot of magic HP. I think that second line of text almost doesn't exist. But even so, the amount of magic HP on that card makes it the right play, I'm pretty sure. Yep, and see these spiders? They bled through it real quickly and then did a lot less damage after it was gone, so... Imagine if it had been only 60 points. We would have gotten some of that fast damage directly into our own neck. Alright, so... I'm still... I'm unsure if the river's actually worth using. Like, this is cool and everything, but is this worth a slot in the deck? Is that a real thing? I guess I still don't really... I still have a pretty abstract idea of, like, what the value of things in the loot pool really is. Do we want to put down this vampire mansion somewhere? I guess so, but probably not where the spiders are. And then, like, we could just Chrono Bauble here, or a Chrono Crystal here. I'm trying to think, what else would we want to do? I guess this would be an okay place for an outpost as well. Maybe that's a good reason not to do it. Pretty much anywhere that I would like to put Chrono Crystals is going to turn out to also be a good place for a, what do you call it? Also a good place for an outpost. So I guess that line of reasoning does not really hold. Or at least it doesn't hold in a way that's useful. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about how much trouble we're having just fighting spiders. Especially since we've got a lot of spiders out on the table at the moment. Alright, so let's do this. Where do we want to put this village? Do I want to just vampire up the village? I mean, probably. We're in loop 4 now, so it's going to take forever for this to transform. Yeah, I think it's probably still right. And then... that's actually very inconvenient, but also... I could have known, like, literally that was the only way that could have spawned. I'm just going to Oblivion it. That's not where that goes. I think you've misremembered, world. And then... so I'm just going to pass with this stuff up for the moment. We could play these forests next to the river, obviously, but I kind of want to hold them... there we go. For fodder. So... Bookery next to Fake Village gives us an extra mage. That seems pretty good. It's interesting that it doesn't make the transformation, like, visually explicit. There's no indication that you have done the thing. And I guess let's put this here. We're just going to keep generating liquid enemies. I mean, we're bringing in the Shapeless Mass quickly. So yeah, these are all Bookery fuel for the moment. Even though we are really far away from it, it's going to be quite some time. Ooh, maybe I'm just gonna die? That seems possible. Yeah, I wanted to get that that bonus max HP trait established as early as possible. But I bet we'd be okay if we'd taken the Rat Wolf. Well... that's a bummer. We don't get our cheese, and we only get 2 of our 7 Shapeless Mass. Oof. Bummer. Well, it is what it is. I don't actually have an option. They didn't need to wait for me to press that button. Okay, so... we're already past 1 Orb of Unity. Like, I think we're going to get there on that pretty quickly. The other orb is going to be a minute. This unlocks a golden card, but it does not unlock a normal card. And the upgrade that we could craft with an Orb of Time does unlock a real card. But then this gives also the alchemy ability, and we don't exactly know what that does, but my suspicion is it lets you transform materials into other materials, and that would be very useful. Yeah. So I think that is we're going to save up our Orbs of Time for this. Even though we're at this point, we're talking about like a very distant thing. So this is what required that. Just once more to go over these. So Campfire Healing Power is not bad. The potion upgrade, I think, is potentially really interesting. And it's not that expensive. Let's go ahead and take this. There's much more room here now. To express my gratitude, I'll tell you a healing recipe. Just a really long list of ingredients. Throw it all in a pot. Okay, that doesn't sound like a thing that you should drink on purpose. Okay, whatever, it's fine. And then we can upgrade it again. +1 potion refilled at the camp is also really nice. And that's not really out of reach. We're continuing to pick up orbs of expansion at a pretty decent clip, so I don't really mind spending them. Yeah, this might be an upgrade we take on soon. I think it would definitely be helpful to have better potions. And this is, yeah, that's a relatively minor upgrade. I mean, it probably adds up to a lot of healing over the course of a run. Then again, when we lose a run, we often lose it early, so the effect of this would definitely be minimized. Yeah, I think we probably won't spend resources on that just yet. But I do believe we are out of time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, hopefully the background will be a little bit less horrifyingly thumpy. You know, it's setting the mood. It's a spooky game, so we gotta have a spooky background ambiance. And also, we're gonna maybe actually see this boss, and we'll see you then.